Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about the power in playing the long game and waiting. And so, what is the long game? The long game is a dating strategy where people take time to get to know someone before deciding if they are right for them. The goal is to build trust and stronger relationships that last longer. Listen, take your time when you're dating people because we all know about like love bombing and stuff, but it's not love bombing. It's just you're not playing the long game. So if someone's love bombing you, the only way to combat that is just to see how they act over time. Because what some people would do is they'll get love bombed and they'll get swept away and go, oh my God, he's great. He's perfect. Let me be in a relationship with him, right? Instead of being like, okay, I like all these things, but let me just see how he acts 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and kind of pumping the brakes. That's the only way you'll be able to combat that. And I don't think that playing the long game is like wasting your time. It'll stop you from having like super like short-term relationships that are 3 6 months relationships, whatever. You'll have a stage where you're seeing someone, but they're not like your boyfriend that you have for 3 months because you didn't give enough time to see this person's character. And it'll give you a chance to build a friendship first, because that's ultimately like what should be the thing. Like, can you be friends with this person? Most people, they start dating, they think, oh, this person's cute, and I want to start dating them, instead of being like, is this person a friend? Can we have a good conversation? And then mirroring them with the type of platonic friendship that you already have. Do they seem like they will fit in well if they were like actually your friend? You know what I mean? Because when you're looking for a partner, you're honestly kind of looking for like a long-term friend that you're committed to, that you like live with and you do life with together. And you don't get so caught up in whether it works out or not, because if you're dating, I feel like after the first 7 dates, then you can start telling the people who are important to you in your life about them. Because after a first date, don't say, "Oh, I'm going on a first date with Derek, and we had a good day on first date, second date, third date," and then let's say you don't even make it to the third day, you go, "Oh, he ghosted me, he did this, he did that." Then now we have a problem. And so now your friend's like, what happened to Derek? Like, blah, blah, blah. And they're asking about him. Now you gotta drag your feet with your tail between your legs, like, oh, yeah, me and Derek didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. So, and I would say another part of the long game, important part, stop putting people in your business so early on. Literally, dial all the way back. Okay, I understand that people that are important to you want to know about things that happen in your life or whatever, but when I'll say stop talking about your romantic life for at least 5 or 6 months while you're playing this like long game, and don't bring anybody up. Just be like, oh, I'm focusing on myself, I'm not really seeing anyone. And then you start taking applications, because like what jobs do, they don't say like, oh, we have like this candidate, like they might be the number one, and then the candidate doesn't pass and all this stuff. They wait, and then you'll just see that someone has the position. And so I don't really like Matthew Hussey, but let's react to his video on the long game. It's gonna be quite funny. Give me a second. All right, so let's
Step number 2, resolve to play the long game in love, not the short game. Our unwillingness to say no to what is within reach is a reflection of in large part of our fear of being alone. I want you to think in your love life from now on in terms of the long game, that I am playing a long game here of finding something that is right for me. Saying yes to things that take up our time, our energy, our focus is delaying us being able to find that. Being single isn't the time waster. Dating the wrong people, knowing that they're the wrong people, that's the time waster.
I feel like he said a bunch of nothing, but he's really onto something. So and he captions it and says, like, being single isn't the time waster. The real time waster is dating the wrong people, even though you know they're wrong for us. I don't think that's what the long game is. So the long game is after you're already like talking to someone, because all right, you can date. Like, dating should be fun. Dating should not be a drag. And if you see like those red flags, okay, obviously let those people go. But when you do have a dating prospect that you like, that because the other ones they shouldn't even matter. They shouldn't even be brought up. The ones that don't go well, they shouldn't even be brought up at all. But the ones that are like prospective, like potentials for like boyfriends and stuff, or however you identify, just take it slow. And then if they're like, oh, like let's do things that are, moving a little too fast, and you go, whoa, you can pump the brakes. Let's see what other people have to say about this like topic.
Let's learn about the long game. A lot of you guys, you're impatient, and all you know is a short game because you don't feel like you have time for the long game. Especially when it comes to somebody who's getting a lot of attention. If they're in the exact same spot every weekend, well, chances are they're single, so you don't really have to worry about that. In fact, don't even ask that question. It's redundant. It's rhetorical. Who cares?
I don't even know
They're
what this
out.
guy's talking about. Let's
Obviously,
skip
they're
this
available.
one. Sorry, I don't know what
I'm
he's
playing
talking
the long
about.
game with this guy right now where like I date other people and he dates other people, but like we stay friends through it all. And then, he'll marry someone else. I'll marry someone else. We'll be happy in those marriages. And then, we'll get divorced, or like one of our spouses will. And then we'll be in our 90s at that point and we'll kiss. And at that point we will kiss. And then he'll be like, it should have been you. And I'll be like, what? No, that's crazy.
This is so funny. This girl, she's taking like a satirical approach to it. It's quite funny. Because with the long game, it's like, okay, let's see how they act after 6 months. If you're playing the long game for 4, 5, 6 years, it's not the long game, you're just getting played. That's all. The game is being played, that's all. Because I would say after 8 months of playing this long game, then it should be a do or don't do. That's what it should be. Like, you shouldn't be playing the long game for 2, 3 years, because at that point it's not it. The long game is, I would say, it's a relatively long game. It's a long game for most people, because some people, they after 3 months they're like, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. That is too soon. That is way too soon to be like, we are boyfriend and girlfriend, because just take some time to kind of see their character, hang out. The first 3 months should just be you enjoying this person's time. You're not thinking about, what is this label? What are we? Nothing. You are strangers. 3 months ago, you didn't know each other. Come on, like you're not even think about certain friendships you have. It didn't just like maybe some of them. It wasn't like day one. You're like, we're BFFs. It was a gradual increase in what the friendship was. Like, it was like, okay, you guys met, and you go, oh, I think this person's really cool, and then you're like, oh well, oh girl, what's your number? And then you exchange numbers, and then you hang out a few times, and you just continue to hang out, and then you go, are we best friends? Yes, we're best friends. And then that's how it goes, because like after a point in time, you're like, okay, this is my best friend. Some people go pretty fast in friendships. Me, I'm very cautious. I am very slow to make friends and to call someone my friend, but it's a relatively long game, not like 20 years long game, because like sometimes it works out like that for certain people where they'll date and they're like, oh, if I see you again, then we'll try this again, and it works out. But that was really funny.
My bro just asked me, he's like, bro, how do you get all the girls all the time? And I just play the long game. It goes like this. Oh my God, my boyfriend's such a fucking asshole. Man, that really sucks. Man. I hope everything gets better for you. Okay, G, you're such a fucking nice guy. You know, you're never an asshole. I know. My bro just asked me, he's like, bro,
A lot of you guys are so impatient. You got to play the long game with women.
This
It
guy.
doesn't work like that. A lot of guys want to, boom, hit the girl up, text her for a little bit, then call her, and then set up the date this week. Women don't operate like that. Men are super logical, straight to the point, straightforward. Women are emotional and everywhere. Like, you can't operate and try to pull the woman like a man. If you guys do start to ignore a girl, it could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days before she starts to notice, oh shit, this guy isn't giving me a lot of attention like all the other guys. He's also playing the psychological game to see if you're going to break first. If you are going to give into your emotions and be weak and be needy, she's trying to see if you're going to do that. It's a shit test. Now, if you're willing to go ahead and ignore a girl and fully pull back, as in I'm going to ignore her because she didn't treat me the right way, and I'll text her back when she starts to treat me the right way, you are going to watch and see her interest level raise.
Oh no.
A lot of you guys are so
Okay.
impatient.
All right. This is where we get to the garbage, because what is this? He's talking about like, okay, I agree with him saying like don't be super needy, like right off the bat. Don't, like, it's not a crime to, let's say, depending on how you meet this person, people meet in all kinds of ways. Let's say you're like talking, let's say you exchange socials or phone numbers. I hope I'm still recording. Yeah, so you exchange socials and or phone number, you like start texting or whatever. I would say like text for a little bit and then be like, hey, do you want to, and if you see like it's going well, right? And then if she's not giving you the type of attention that you want, of course, like I'm not gonna say like be manipulative and pull back and like don't do anything, but just put your best foot forward. And if she's not reciprocating that back and it's not like that kind of energy, and she's not like, oh, when are we gonna hang out, then maybe don't put like all of your attention there. You can still like be in contact with this person, but just kind of don't put them at like the front, because honestly, like when you're dating, you should be dating more than one person, which is so sad, because I feel like back in like previous days, no one was like dating 5 people at one time, but nowadays that's kind of what you have to do. And so let's say you're dating for example, this guy, let's say he's talking to this girl. He should be talking to 4 other girls, which is so sad to say. And I kind of want to advocate that only girls should be dating multiple men, because there's actually there's more women on the planet than there are men, so I think only women should be dating multiple people. I digress. Anyway, so he's cool with her. He's not being like, oh, if you don't treat me right, then I'm going to punish you by being manipulative and not giving you like the attention that you want or whatever, just so you can chase me. I think he should play it cool, whatever, and just like be like a tennis match. Just she'd be like, hey, good morning, how are you, blah blah blah, and then you guys have a conversation. If the conversation isn't flowing, then this probably isn't the right person for you. But if the conversation is flowing, there won't be a need for, oh, who texted first? Should I text back? Should I do a double text? It won't be any of that, because you'll just be having a long flowing conversation. And so let's say this person starts to take hours to respond to you, don't respond to you for the next day, just stop responding. And then like if they do come around because they're actually interested and they're also playing the game will implode. But like if someone starts playing games automatically, then you know that you need to move on.
One little dating app pro tip for you guys: if he has a lot of cute friends, but he's not cute, still swipe, because you could date or just find a scenario where you meet him out and get with one of the cute friends. One little dating app.
I like it. I like it. Your future husband could be his homie. No, for real, it really could be.
Pro tip for you guys.
Yeah, like that's the thing with these
I
quick
thought he was
fixes
shirtless.
that yes, they do provide results instantly. I'm not gonna lie, I've tried them and they do work. However, though, they don't exactly promote long-term success. But if you're willing to do the work and actually make those changes and become the type of person that does get the results, you're gonna have $1 million long money later and longer, more fulfilling relationship and interactions with women later. And it'll be something that'll stick with you for the rest of your life. It's not something that will.
I'm so sorry, this is really off topic, but I'm not digging the blazer and t-shirt combo. Okay, I digress. Let's keep going.
Bounce when she walk, then bounce when she walk, bounce when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk, clap when she walk.
Let it grow. Let me just keep going. Oh, this lady. Okay. Top 3 dating mistakes that will get you hurt. Dating period will get you hurt. You could never avoid hurt in the dating phase ever. Why isn't the video loading?
Ladies, here are 3 top mistakes that women make when they're dating. The first thing is they fall way too fast because they're dating one man at a time. When you date 3 men at a time, you are treating it like an interview process so that you can be objective about qualifying if he is worthy of you. Number 2, they get way too caught up and then they give all their time and attention to one individual who hasn't yet earned it. And then when that person gets tired of them, then they're left heartbroken. And then number 3, when they see the red flags, they are unwilling to walk away. The point of dating is to collect data. And so that when you see that there are red flags that are warning signs that this relationship is not it for you, you move on as fast as possible. Ladies, here are...
Okay, I think she's right. She talks a good game. But I still want to find something wrong with it. No, I mean, yeah, if you're dating, most people do have to earn their spot in your life. They shouldn't just be automatically your number one most important person in your life. And I think for women, they are quick to do that. They'll be like, they'll be dating someone for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden they need to be the most important person in that man's life. And when they're not, they're like, what do you mean? Like, we're dating. You're supposed to drop everything for me. You've been dating for 3 weeks. Relax. You're not going to be the most, if you guys were dating for 6 years, now you should be the most important person, one of the most important people in his life besides his like family. But before that, you can't insert that much importance on yourself in people's lives. Like, that's insane, actually. Just imagine it was the other way around and some guy was like, why didn't you text me back? You can be like, he's crazy. And I think he's crazy. And she said something else. Let me see what other dating 3 men at a time. I'd say bump it up to 5. Yeah, and then like, yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because when you lose all the eggs, you can be like, dang, I'm kind of sad. But always be filtering out people. Yeah, keep like interview process, but don't make it so rich. Like, what are your opinion on kids, marriage, and saying that all on the first date? Let it unfold. Let it unfold. I'm gonna let this be like the last video that I review, but let the process unfold. Like, let's just be having a conversation on the date, and then that comes up, and you see a family, you go, oh, like, how many kids do you want? I say, oh, that baby's cute. How many kids do you want? And then just like have the conversation. Then don't on the first date be like, okay, here's the laundry list of questions. Okay, what's your last name? Okay, cool. What's your occupation? Cool. When was your last relationship? Because then that just feels cold and rigid. It's not happening organically. You're not organically getting to know this person. But if you did like this video and you want to see more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button, like, and catch me in the next video.